Welcome back to the show. My name is True. Welcome to Green Room Radio. I am here with Mr. Anthony Dale.
What's goody?
We got Little Rach in the house.
Hey.
And then we got a very special guest.
Yes,
Who's that special guest for Little Rach?
We have the one and only Jay here with the Hype magazine.
Let's go.
Okay, see, I had to test
said
her,
the one
make
and
sure her
only.
ears
Yay.
on.
Wow.
Hype magazine.
CEO, what's good?
Man, everything's awesome. How about you?
I'm great.
I like the way I sound in this mic.
Yeah.
Sound good.
You sound good.
Yeah.
Right, I love it.
So let's just jump right from the beginning. When did you start Hype magazine?
2002.
2002.
Yep. So we'll be 22 this year.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Did you start off as like a paperback publication, or have you always
Started
been
out as a newsletter.
as a newsletter?
And I used to put stuff on people's doors and hope nobody shot me.
Oh, like you actually went door to door?
Absolutely.
Oh my
I wanted
goodness, I love
everybody to
that.
know what's going on.
Where did you live at the time?
I lived in Indiana when we first started.
Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, I lived in Indiana for a couple years. Elkhart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right down the street.
I was there for like 4 years. I hadn't been back, but my dad
Yeah, you're
was-
not going to go back.
No,
go back.
definitely
Too
not.
cold. It's too cold.
So you started off sticking flyers in people's doors,
Mm-hmm.
and then how long do you think it took before you were getting a response? Like people were actually like looking forward to like the next one coming.
It was an immediate response, actually, because it wasn't really anything urban at the time in Indiana. So everybody was interested in what's going on here, you know.
They might have thought you were one of those Jehovah Witnesses coming over.
They probably did. That's what they probably was
That's
thinking.
probably, yeah, that might be.
Mhm.
That might be the case.
Selling knives.
Yeah, that might be the
Cutco.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you started doing that in Indiana, and then did at any point did you transition to a regular magazine?
Yeah, later on that year we did. We transitioned right into a print magazine. So our first issue, I think we were talking about it earlier, was with Little John and the East Side Boys.
Oh, wow.
They were on the Grey Goose tour with Steve Lobel, opening up for
Oh,
8 Ball
yeah.
MJG. So
Shout
that's
out to
back.
Steve Lobel.
Hey, that's dope.
I feel like that guy has
Yeah.
been around forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's been with pretty much. He was with Little John and the East Siders back then.
He was with Bone. So
Oh, yeah, with
Lil
Bone,
Jon
yeah.
was opening for 8 Ball MJG and
Yeah.
Bone.
Did you know Jamie Adler?
I don't know.
Oh, so he was like Steve Lobel's guy, and Steve kind of when he was done with the touring, he kind of passed Jamie over to Bone. And
Right.
but I've seen Steve Lobel with Missy Elliott, Sean
He's been with a lot of
Kingston.
people.
Yeah, I always wonder because I'm like he starts out with them, but I'm like, so I think he just gets them to some point, and then he just passes them on over.
Mm-hmm.
So back then, I know because I owned a nightclub back, what was it 01 to 05, and I know those. I mean, it was expensive as shit to get your ad in those magazines.
Yeah, it
was called
was.
Real Detroit.
Right.
So I mean, your magazine would have been different from that. That's kind of just like a magazine every state has.
Mm-hmm.
Was it expensive putting?
Oh,
those
absolutely.
publications?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a good 10, 15 grand every time we had to go to print.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
And how did you go about? How long did it take you as a new business to go about like getting sponsorships? People that actually want to.
It was
Invest in
it was pretty fast for me because I knew a lot of people. I went to 13 schools, so first and foremost,
Oh,
I knew
wow.
the whole city already.
All in
Oh,
Indiana.
okay.
Yeah.
13
13
what?
schools.
High
Yeah.
schools? Like,
13
what?
schools, period.
That has to be a
we
world
moved around.
record.
Yeah.
Dang.
I thought I moved a lot.
I was, I came up pretty different. So
But you said it's all in Indiana.
yeah.
In Detroit we call that ghetto moving because people would move like.
Hey.
They'd be like, "Hey, I moved."
I didn't
I'm
want to.
like,
I didn't
"Where?"
know I didn't know if we can say ghetto on the show. We
say
we getting
ghetto.
loose. What we
You
doing?
say all. You
Hey,
say
my friend would be like, he'd be like, "Yo, I'm moving. Where? Right next door."
Hey,
Oh shit!
you come home from school and your mama say pack up.
That's
It's time
so
to go.
true.
That's how it was.
That's
But
funny.
yeah.
13 places. That's
13.
crazy.
So what happened? The first issue we did 10,000 copies, and I just went state to state, and we did the Midwest run every single time we printed.
And when you say state to state, you just got in your own car.
State to
and-
state. I ended up getting a wrap truck with the hype on it, and just go state
Oh,
to
wow.
state, drop the magazines off at the record stores, hit the studios, come to spots like this, and just politic.
Now, are they paying for them when you dropping them off?
We were doing the free magazine and just charging for ads.
Oh,
So
wow.
sometimes I would leave a city and I would get outside the city about to go home, and the record store call and say, "We already ran out."
Wow.
So they,
That's
people just be
amazing.
excited to see it. And I'm like, well, sell them for $1 so they can last longer. We did, and they still gone. Well, sell them for $5. We did, they still gone. I said, okay, because I used to drop them off and say, sell them if you want to and keep the money. I just appreciate you allowing us to be here.
Wow. Now, what was
Yeah.
your goal for the magazine? Like you print this magazine. What did you want people to know when they read this magazine?
The whole base around it is how you perceive everything, and we wanted to do some positive hip hop, but still with that urban feel. So really, I just wanted people to engage. I was young when I started this thing. I was 22, so I didn't know where it was gonna go.
Was this like your dream, like ever since you were younger,
No,
or was it just kind of like something that came
Hey,
about,
real-
like
Real
just
quick,
happened?
Anthony, are you drinking a 7-Eleven coffee?
oh my gosh,
Yeah, we don't mess with 7-Eleven.
No, I mean,
This is a good coffee.
okay.
True likes a Starbucks.
I ain't seen one of those in a minute. I'm like, damn, bro.
No, 7-Eleven still around.
he said, hold on, that's an old looking
I'm like,
cup.
yeah,
What's
I'm
going on?
like, Jesus.
Cut
is
this
that
interview
the-
off real quick.
Yeah.
Let you know.
Like, why don't you get a Slurpee while you're there?
I mean, I think y'all got beef.
So the thing with Hype Magazine, who was the hardest part obviously is getting to the artist.
Yeah.
So how did you, who was your first artist and how did you go about getting, to them?
Like I said, we was that Lil Jon and Eastside Boys was our first interview,
Right.
but they weren't like big then. I just used to just network with people, show up, and be patient. I didn't know what I was doing when I started, so I was just like, okay, somebody's coming, they're dope, let's get them in here. I was cool with like Amanda Perez. We used to go hang out at the clubs and stuff, so I had her in the first issue, Joe Budden in the first issue.
Joe
This is
Budden.
before he
Joe
even got
Budden.
big,
Yeah.
Right.
like I said, once again, really didn't know. It wasn't like I studied publishing for college.
Yeah, no, we feel you. I mean, this.
I just went for it.
Right.
This show is a brand new show. It's been around a year, so you have the growing pains, but going through. I feel like it's the same process, and
Right.
like you said, Little John and them weren't big at the time, and I have, we deal with that a lot. We get a lot of locals, and I'm like, again, you don't know who's who.
You don't.
They can come in here, and it's like. You
Right.
want to give them a shot, but you don't know because how are you going to hold a conversation for an
Right.
hour with somebody who might not have a big following?
Mm-hmm.
But they could end up like Little John and the Eastsiders and just taking off. I actually just saw him. It was really cool. He was at that Lovers and Friends.
Okay.
But what's crazy is Little John's gotten so into that DJ groove
Yeah.
that
he's
he
chilling.
lost that pop. So even though the whole his voice, the crunk music is I think what they called it.
Right.
He was out there with Luda and Usher, and he was still there, but you could tell he's a full-time DJ now, and I don't think he had done a set like that
Wow.
in a minute. And I mean, it was great. It was funny when they started doing throw them bows and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I saw
that's like
Usher look confused, like I need to get out of here. Like this ain't my jam right here. Like. But no, it was cool. So you did it, Little John and the East Side. And where was that? Where did that interview take place? Was it when they were?
That was in Indiana. That was
Okay.
downtown. They had came for a tour.
Okay.
So we got into the later issues. We did. Matter of fact, I did Mac Main's first interview at 16. He was signed to Jonathan Bender with the Indianapolis Pacers. So
wow.
that he was a rapper first. So that's kind of locking that in. Did Soulja Boy's first interview, first cover story.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
so yeah.
Look at that guy go.
When he says he does the first of everything, I start smiling because I'm like, yeah, I did something with with you with the first.
Yeah, no,
He not lying.
He's a talented guy, man. Even outside of music, he made some
Some
real
awesome moves.
Yeah.
big moves.
Yeah.
One of our guys that is gonna be a regular. He's doing his own show here. Is Charleston White,
Okay.
and I know him and Soulja Boy had some crazy, I don't know, internet beef, but his thing to Soulja Boy was he was just like, oh, you got the song, you made that money being a smart guy, and he's like, you need to leave that gang shit alone. Like these
Right.
guys are gonna extort you. They're gonna. So Charleston said the beef, he just basically wanted him to, know where he's at and let that stuff go. But some people just love it, I guess.
Hey, to each
But
his own.
what did he do? He did a video game or something, right? Like he did something.
He's done quite a bit.
Yeah, he did a
He's
lot.
done quite a bit.
He's a.
He's done shoes, soap powder. He's done the little glow up shoes. He's done the what's
The glow shoes. He
The
did
smoke.
So much. Every 4 months he got something new.
Yeah, he's done quite a bit.
doing
He's
a lot.
produced a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, you know. Yeah, he's
Got NFTs. I remember he was going
Yeah.
crazy on NFTs.
Yeah, what's up? What did you think about NFTs?
Internet money.
What do I think about
Yeah.
NFTs? I think they're awesome. I think it's just a new form of innovation.
You do a Hype magazine NFT?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we had Man in here, the rapper, and he really knew a lot about those.
Hmm.
It's kind of crazy to me because I'm kind of like you're like, right? It's almost like putting something on paper and saying, here, I'm gonna sell this to you.
Right.
But he was saying that he really thought that's how the music business was gonna go.
Well, it is. It is. I just partnered in with a company called Infinity.io, so you guys got to check that out.
Okay.
But they will revolutionize how music is being put out. So they're really doing some awesome things.
Well, that's what he was saying. You know, when you put that out and people are buying it as an NFT, and then obviously the song gets big, that NFT just went up in value.
Absolutely.
And I mean, Man had. I mean, he's one of the few people I talked to about. A lot of people, it's there's so many gray areas that they can't really fully explain it.
Yeah.
He really broke it down and how he thinks that that's what's going to turn. I don't know if it will or won't, but
I think it will.
It sounded like it
so
would.
too.
I think once the consumer gets educated on how to engage with the NFT and the individual putting NFT out, I think it'll work.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to make money now.
Yeah.
In the music business, you can. It's only touring. You don't got the record sales. So
Yeah.
the
And
NFTs.
if you're not lit, you're not touring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Now, from the beginning of the rap, like when you started, when with hip hop in the magazine, the Hype magazine in 2002, like how do you feel about the rap game then versus what it is and where is that now?
Can't wait for this one.
Well, you know, when I sit down and I actually watch the videos and stuff now and listen to the music and the words, it's really not too much different. A lot of people like, oh, this new stuff. And I'm like, well, you know, we came up with I Want to Sex You Up, you know.
Oh man.
Right.
Color
So,
Me Bad.
you
Shout out
know,
to Color Me
Elliot.
Bad.
you know, all I want to do is put my zoom and your boom boom. You
Right.
know, so it still all meant the same thing. The new generation just a little bit more direct with
Yeah.
their words. So I don't think it's too much different, honestly.
What do you think of all the auto tune?
I think if that's what gets people's because you know, like I said, we were talking about you and what
Yeah.
used to get our musical pumped.
Yeah.
We get excited about hearing certain things. I think the new era, they get excited about stuff like that.
Yeah,
No, that's what
sure.
I always say to people. We've had a couple guys that were really famous hip hop guys, and
Yeah.
I kind of bit my tongue because they're like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "I ain't with this auto tune." And they're like, the guy was like, he's like, every song of mine's auto tuned, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, it's not that I had to back up, and I was like, it's not that I don't like it. I just didn't come from that era.
Right.
But I'm not an old head either. I know my son listens to all this. I know if this is what's popping right now,
Yeah.
I gotta adjust. You know, I don't want to be stuck. You know, like you're
And you just don't know. Like, as much I've sat down in the studio and I have my opinion on the record, and then I might not like this record. I might love this other record that they had, and I'm like, man, we need to push that, and then that record ends up going.
Right.
Yeah.
That happens so
Oh, I
much.
see
So
that a
it's
lot.
kind of hard to get everybody's flavor. You just know yours.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
I know
right.
some people that don't listen to nothing but auto tune stuff. They
Yeah.
like it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like Tupac would have been fire on some auto tune.
oh Lord,
I think he would have.
why we always got to bring Tupac?
I think he
in?
would have. though. I feel like he would have been.
Yeah, but
nice
here's-
with it.
here's
Auto
the-
tune doesn't have to be a
Gee.
bad thing though.
Well, here-
Just
here-
cleans up the vocals.
I was gonna say, here's the thing with Tupac. Like, I don't think Tupac needed to. I know people do auto tune for pitch correction, but you know, like when I first started noticing it, I remember, you know, I'm a homebody. I don't watch TV. I don't listen to the radio. I'm either in a studio or working,
Right.
and so I don't keep up with stuff. And during the pandemic, a girl showed me a Travis Scott documentary, that Astro World, and I'm like, who in the hell is this guy? I'm like, I've never even heard of him. I'm like,
Right.
look at his fan base, like they're crazy.
Yeah, they was going crazy on that documentary.
And
Yeah.
what was crazy was literally 2 months later, it was New Year's Eve, and he came to Marquee.
Mm-hmm.
It was It was sold out, $250 to get in.
Wow.
Line as far as you can see. Thank God, I knew the GM there at the time, but he slid us in, gave us some tickets, got us back there,
Right.
got to meet Travis and stuff. And the one thing that I saw, you know, that to me was like disappointing, like, you know, from watching him on the documentary, just seeing him in the thing, I think he was just getting used to. It's very difficult to sing over auto tune.
Right.
Oh,
So-
live?
Yeah, so
yeah.
when you're in a
Yeah.
nightclub and you're singing over auto tune and you're just not in the like I'm hearing what he's really sounding like
Right,
being
right.
on the stage right there. And I was just like, oh my God, you know, like
This is
this
terrible.
is horrible. But,
Yeah.
but fast forward, I think he caught up to like,
Yeah.
they got their tricks now.
But question
I'd
for
go
you:
on.
do you think that the younger generation started to use auto-tune as just an instrument, as a sound?
Yes, but I mean, I feel like it can open the door for anybody because now it's not really about your voice anymore. So,
Right.
you know, say you might be a dope writer, but you just can't sing.
But this is the music business
Yeah.
that we push on people. It's the
Right.
music business. So is it, or so you know that's the thing. Like it's a difference between a music business and music lovers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
No, for sure.
that's true.
so it's a huge difference.
How did you meet Steve LaBelle?
Oh, when we did the interview,
With the Little John and them?
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
and we've locked in with him a couple of times with the Hype magazine over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's always doing something, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for people who are listening, who's Steve? Who's Steve Bell?
It's just a big industry executive that's
it's-
helped a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so crazy
Nice.
because I've always, for so many years, me and Proof would always be like, you know, like, I don't understand what he does. I don't understand who he works for. I don't understand how he gets paid, but he's with everybody. He's a mover and shaker. I say he's kind of like the guy, like, he'll get with the Sean Kingston, the Missy Elliott, and he takes them from A and puts them over here to B, and then somehow he's out the mix, but I guess brings a lot of people to the table. And I mean, my interactions with him, you know, he always had he always kicked a lot of knowledge
Absolutely.
about
That's good,
touring.
yeah.
And I'll never forget, I did a college tour, and we had Bone there, and I want to say, I don't know what it was, 20 grand, and I handed it to him cash backstage, and he was like, hey man, he's like, come here. Then he gave me this whole story. He's like, don't ever do that. Don't ever have 20 grand on you like that. And
Right.
he gave me a whole speech about it, and I was just like, it was, you know, something I didn't think about, but I was like, wow, you know. And I mean, he always gives those speeches,
Absolutely.
you know.
That's
So
good. Okay.
it's good
Absolutely.
that
Spit
he,
game. Yeah.
yeah, he spits game about, you know,
And
he's-
very open. Like I said, that was my first interview. He didn't question it. He didn't give me a hard time.
Nice.
Mhm.
And I was honest, like, hey, I've never done this. I really don't know what to do. He's like, hey, get these passes. You go back there and you wait. I was like, oh. He said, if you want to see the show, you can see the show. I didn't want to see the show. I was excited about doing the interviews.
Right.
You know, and Bone was big back then too, you
Oh,
know.
man, I
So
love
to get
Bone.
on there and see everybody in real time, I'm like, what the heck's going on? So you can't be a fan. You got to be
Right.
professional. So, you know,
Yeah.
I made it happen, but I was still excited.
What do you think about this whole Bone thing? You know, minus Busy Bone, like,
Oh,
you know.
stuff happens.
Yeah, no, it's so hard for me to. I actually did a show. It was really crazy. I did a show, and I told Steve, I said, I just want Lazy and Busy. That's it.
Right.
And what was crazy, I didn't even know this. Busy didn't, you know, or it could have been just at the time. He didn't fly, and he was living in Seattle, like Washington or something.
Yeah.
So he drove from Washington all the way to South Florida.
Wow.
Sheesh.
That's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
it was nuts. And what was crazy
really
was
is.
we had that show. We had Juvenile. We had a couple of really big people, but it was sold out show. And Bone had to go.
You know
out.
we showing our age, right?
Oh yeah.
You
Y'all
know-
going?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
y'all going
This
in
what
with
this what we doing?
Yeah.
That's it. I know people listening like,
Oh, no,
boom.
we-
What?
We're like Bone, Juvenile. What about
Oh.
Little Baby
Yeah,
and all
we-
these guys? Where they at? What we talking about?
we had Luda. We had Luda on there. But what was
Right, right.
Hey, I'll never forget this. What was crazy was we had to skip over. Bone was supposed to be one of the first acts, and they're like, Busy's out in the car. He won't come in.
Wow.
And you know, we were dealing with the midnight curfew violation, and so I'm like, where the fuck is he at? And they're like, he's out in the car. So I go out there, and he's just like smoking and like shaking his
And
head.
doing his
and,
thing.
and I'm like, bro, we have 7 minutes, and they're gonna shut us off. Like, and he's like, I ain't feeling it right now. And I'm like, bro, you got to do something, man. I'm like, you got to. And so I'm in like conversation. I'm sitting there. I was so scared. I didn't even know what to do or whatever. And all of a sudden, he just popped the door open, runs in there, does a perfect show, drops the mic, pisses off the sound guy because the guy's like, don't drop
Don't
the
drop
mic.
the mic.
Dropped the
Right.
mic, went back to the hotel, and I had my son's mom was back at the hotel, and he's like, tell Drew I said peace. And he got in his car and drove back.
Hey, like I said, everybody has their
but
thing.
I
Yeah,
tell
right.
you what, though, man, Busy is, he killed it.
Yeah. You know, most real dope entertainers have their way,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so you just got to respect it and
Yeah.
smile.
And especially how many years. I mean, they've had so many years in there. you know, I look at it like I said, anything. It's hard to have like put a team together.
Yeah, and they brought a sound.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They
Right.
changed a lot of things.
Right.
So,
What was your most memorable interview?
my most memorable interview. Tina Marie.
Oh, Tina Marie.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Why was that your most memorable one?
Because I didn't know who she was, and then when I figured out who she was, I was like starstruck.
That's crazy.
Yeah, who is Tina Marie?
Tina Marie used to. She was. Damn. Why I just draw a blank on?
Big legacy singer.
Yeah, she huge. Square Biz. You know Square Biz.
Yeah.
I probably got to hear it. There's so many people.
She was
that-
with what's his name? Rick James.
Rick James.
Oh,
Everybody, it's so crazy because in the black community, everybody black. I know my mom, people grew up like, and my family, everybody that I knew that was black didn't. Everybody thought Tina Marie was black. That's
'Cause she could
everybody
sing,
because she could
sing.
sing. Nobody seen her first. They was like, "Yo, Tina Marie, like I love Tina Marie
Mm-hmm.
Blow." When we seen that she was white, it was like, oh, I know that girl ain't singing like that.
wow.
Yeah, Tina Marie is
she
a
had
legend.
she had the
Yeah.
soul, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there
there's
she
a-
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tina Marie. That's an older picture
Yeah.
of her.
Yeah.
That's
And when
right.
I stopped doing interviews early on because I didn't like talking. So I just had a lot of other people doing them.
Okay,
But, you know, I got a chance to interview quite a few people, though.
right.
Oh yeah. So see, that's how
That's
I
a
was
legend.
when we started
Mhm.
out. It was difficult for me because I'm very introvert, and I said I spent most of my life in isolation.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, as it goes on, you know, I enjoy doing this every week and getting to meet people and you
Yeah,
know,
especially when it comes natural and we just sitting here vibing, just talking,
that's
and
what
it's
I
not
said.
so
I was-
pressed for
Right.
stuff, you know.
Right.
Yeah, we don't. You know, we said from the beginning we didn't want to script anything. We just wanted to go.
Well, it feels comfortable not to be scripted. That's why I said you read some stuff up on me. I didn't know if you guys been reading stuff up.
Great to
But,
be-
but it's awesome to have those types of interviews. We
Right.
just did J. Anthony Brown this morning.
What a
I think
comedian.
we did that. Yeah, we did like an hour with them, and it was just a natural interview,
Right.
just talking. So I think people will
Those are
enjoy
the
that.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
is there, when you say we, is there a partner? Is there somebody that?
Well, I'm the only owner when it comes to the magazine, but I have a crazy amount of dope hosts and dope interviewers.
So are you? Are you making money the same way now? Is it? I know it's an online magazine, but is it still off of sponsorships that come in for the magazine?
Well, our business model is different. We are now membership based, and I pretty much
membership. What a great
yeah, and I added a marketing component to it because marketing is my thing. So our magazine has never operated like traditional. So
Okay.
I just do what I want to do.
Yeah,
Right.
You sure do. You corrected me when I put the wrong magazine cover up. You said, "Hey, you
I
need
just do what I want to do.
You say you need to change that.
Yeah. So this is where we just did J. Anthony Brown today. Yeah. So
Let's geek Lizzie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man.
yeah.
That's dope.
We're doing independence for the next couple of months. We got to go back to our roots. But yeah, we got the membership.
Okay. Oh yeah.
How much
so
is the membership?
I see?
19,000 or 36,000 a year.
Okay, so you have two different ones.
Mm-hmm.
36,000 a year.
Dope, I see it.
Do you break that down into payments?
Absolutely, we
Yeah.
got to.
Yeah.
We got to.
No, I was gonna say.
And then
that's
I have a
Got
wealth
Afterpay.
wealth building program, so I show people how to get
And
money.
What is that?
Oh,
What- I
nice.
see these books here. Which one
Yeah.
is the wealth building?
Well,
They
this
both-
one is
Ignite Your Life.
It's 10 steps to success in business.
And when did you? Hang on.
That's 2001.
It's time.
So I didn't write it on Chat GTP, guys. I
No, no,
actually
you
So
put-
this
wrote
came
that.
out
You put
before the magazine.
I actually wrote this.
I actually put this out before that happened.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, these two books are old, but I'm really pushing this initiative.
Your thinking.
Are you
Yeah.
working on another book sometime soon?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can you give us some more details about that?
Yeah, my third book is called The Offering.
The
Oh, nice.
offering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And where can people find these books at?
Oh, they can get those on Amazon.
On Amazon.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. No AI. You just.
No, those are like I
What-
said. This book is based around how I've gotten to this point.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
So did you have a writer that I always wondered how people did books? Like, did you have a writer just sit with you and you tell the story and they write it, or did you?
No, I just wrote this and I had my editor to come in behind me and
just
make it
kinda
Makes
right.
Clean it up
sense,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it sound a little less me, because I just talk.
Now, what is the? I'm seeing this book says how to get the maximum results in minimum time. Man, that's-
Definitely, it's just time management.
right.
I need that.
You know, I always joke. My first question is asking people like, "How long do you for a girl? How long do you spend in the bathroom?" They say for the day. They say, "Oh, about an hour or two," and then 80-year life expectancy. That's like 2 years of your life in the bathroom.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
So when you start processing
crazy.
time and you start adding up the time over an 80-year life expectancy, you realize that you waste a lot of time.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's crazy that you
That is
say
very
that
true, though.
because you know, I was always very aware that, you know, you spend, if you break it down, a third of your life sleeping.
Yeah.
So I always bought expensive beds and people were like, and I'm like you're spending a third of your life in that motherfucker. Like,
I know. How's that,
should be
how's
in
that
it.
I
bed
need
that
to
you
be
got your
comfortable.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
in it.
hey, shout out to Venus Williams. I just got the Venus
Holy
Williams.
sheets.
Oh, you got the
uh,
Venus Williams, Joe?
How does it feel?
Oh.
Talk to us. Talk to
I'm
us.
just I'm gonna be honest. It's okay. I might not have picked the right mattress for me.
Okay.
It's a little soft. I like them
A
firmer.
little firm.
But it's air cooled. You know, you got the remote. It does a massage. You know,
What?
it'll shake.
Okay, Venus.
But overall, for Venus, I mean, it's good. And I know she promotes herself heavy. My boy from Holy Sheets that sells them.
Mhm.
She came out to his store and you know and did a live
Okay.
setup. So she's hands on. It's nice to see she's hands on. But
Gotta be.
She sell them in different sizes. Like she got like
yeah.
twins. Like a twin.
I don't
Might
think
do
I
a
saw
little
a
twin. I might do a little twin. Get the
What you gonna do with the twin?
What if you? Where's your wife gonna sleep if you?
Wait a minute, it's the face for me.
But we got a Venus Williams. It's a twin, but babe,
It's
come
Venus
on.
Williams.
But please hold on. Do the dance. Do it. Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
You
it.
know,
Yeah.
I feel like that's how you moving when that thing get to moving.
Hey, my first question I always say to the woman, I'm like, would you like me to give you a massage? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like,
And you click the button.
Oh, this son of a-
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, you good? It's got speeds, like three levels on the head.
She thought she was getting some real
Right.
attention.
It's
Yeah.
so funny.
You
I
just
cannot.
boosted her up real quick.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, you can even lift the feet part up. This is really funny. I rolled over on the thing, on the remote,
Mhm.
and I woke up, and the front and the back was completely up. It scared the shit
Wow.
out of me.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
gosh.
I actually wanted.
What's wrong with my
Man, you done
body?
lost a
I
third of
actually
your life.
wanted. I know my friend has her contact. I almost wanted to be like, somebody else has had to do that shit. Like I got stuck in the stuff, and I was
Wow.
like, that shit was scary. I'm
How
like,
you get out, bro? You not, what you do?
I don't even know. Like it was such a weird position. I think I finally just made it into the crack and I just slid
Oh
out.
Oh,
no!
no.
But I
That's
was
so
like,
funny.
I'd
I
have
was
been
like-
screaming. I'd be like, Venus.
Your wife has. Well, why are you screaming?
Your
Somebody
wife would have been like,
else's
who's Venus?
name? Yeah, right.
Her bed. It's her bed.
but I tell you what.
Uh huh.
Speaking of beds, I started out with that Sleep Number bed, and I'll tell you something about that. That's garbage.
For real.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
That's more air mattressy, and they would let you and your partner pick your sleep.
Sleep mattress.
Oh,
The Hype
yeah.
magazine didn't say that. Green Room said. I'm just
Oh,
playing.
Said that
Just in case y'all want to
Hey,
advertise.
listen, I had what were they called?
That's
Hey,
Throw that in there.
She said she's a marketing genius.
Yeah,
You about to
the-
mess
Just
up the
in
mar-
case.
You gonna mess up the
No.
marketing dollars.
Right.
Listen, I know I had the Sleep Number bed probably about the time she started that magazine, so I know you guys have came a long way. But the best thing you could do is just send me a free mattress and I can
I mean,
reevaluate.
You
Okay.
evaluate my opinion.
The plug.
No,
the
what
plug.
it was no. So say your partner has a total different setting, right?
Mhm.
Right.
She gets out of bed, goes to work in the morning. You roll over. Next thing you know, you just went down a hill. So you got to be a stationary sleeper if you're gonna
Oh,
cut
man.
the bed in
Stay on
half.
your
I guess
side.
you would say.
Hilarious.
I
Stay
mean,
on your
yeah, I
side.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Sleep Numbers came a long way in 20 years for sure.
Oh, no.
And I
Well,
will
who
take I will
knows?
take a bed.
McDonald's still the same.
Yeah, please send him a bed. Please send him a
Right.
bed, guys.
Now,
Let's
is
make
sleep,
this
is
happen.
sleep in the book? Is sleep in the book? Like it?
Team No Sleep.
Oh, Team No Sleep. Okay,
Team No
bet.
Sleep.
All right, say less.
Sleep's not in those books.
All right, bet.
But
Busy executive.
please do sleep.
Please do sleep though.
That's what I'm trying to figure
So
out.
it says
Like,
on your thing,
how do I maximize that?
you have a title of doctor.
Yeah.
How did you get that title?
I got my honorary doctorate, what's this, about 4 or 5 years ago?
Wow.
Congrats
Awesome.
on that.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
seriously.
Love that.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could do that. I'd love to.
You can
These
do
girls in
anything.
Vegas, like, yo, I'm a doctor.
Really?
They're like, hey,
You Dr. Love.
yeah, doctor.
See?
You cool with Dr. J?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. We got you.
So-
We got you.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you get the title doctor, and then who is Dr. William Harrison?
That is one of my advisors. He's
Okay.
actually one of the kings over in Africa now, and he does a lot of stuff. So
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's the one that really got me motivated into even coming out of my shell to do any of this, because I really wasn't trying to do none of it.
So
Yeah.
your mentor is the king of Africa?
Yeah.
Damn. That's huge.
Yeah, like that is.
Well,
really
it's like
huge.
not the whole Africa. You know, they
Right.
got kings and different.
Oh, like
I mean,
different
don't
subsections.
don't
Right.
do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
right,
there
right,
still
right,
one
right.
in Zamunda?
But he,
Yeah, I should.
Zamunda?
Eddie Murphy's
Zamunda.
still the king of Zamunda.
Yeah, he's a pretty awesome guy. But yeah, he got me out of my shell, along with a lot of people, because I'm a computer nerd, so I'd rather be on the computer than be doing stuff like
Who
this.
else do you like that's here? I mean, are you an Anthony Robbins person, or are you Gary Vee? Like, who do you connect
I
with
like
now?
Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone.
Mhm.
Right,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah, I like Ty Lopez.
Yep.
You know, I like him because of his style of teaching.
Yeah, I see Ty Lopez does a lot of.
He works with a lot of the youngsters, so I like that.
Mhm.
He's done a lot of my friends' shows, so he's been
Mhm.
out here. I'm sure he's
Is
somebody.
he
who-
local?
I don't know if he's local, but
He's
a couple
enough-
guys
he's
that
out
we've
here
had,
enough.
they've had him on his show, and so I'm
Mhm.
sure we'll get him
Yep.
sooner or later. But I always hear the name, but I'm not familiar with Ty Lopez, but
Yeah,
I know he's very popular.
yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
learned
yeah.
a lot just kind of watching his stuff over the years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't bore you to death. So
Do you think any of the big people out there? We don't have to name names, but you think any of them are bullshitting?
you know what? I'll put it like this. I do a call every Tuesday, and it's the 30-day challenge. It's self versus self. And we're actually teaching people how to build their credit, you know, how to get their business credit.
I was just
And
about
some
to
wealth
ask
building
you that.
strategies. So a lot of these programs, they motivate you to spend money with them, but they don't necessarily show you how to build your wealth.
Right.
So they just say, oh, here you go. This could work, and it worked for me, but not necessarily hands-on. Like, I got mentors coming on. I got realtors coming on, walking you through the contract, showing you how to close the house. It's a
We-
little bit different.
We've had two people come on now,
Wow.
and one guy was from Chicago, or was he from Chicago? One guy was kind of
Yeah.
hood, New Yorkish, Chicago, and then another guy was dead opposite. And,
Right.
You know, like I said, I was trying to, like, they had a lot of the same content, you know, but that's where I would see most of people being like weary, is when somebody's
Right.
like, oh, I'm gonna help your credit, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
you know, a guy Will Roundtree,
Mhm.
and I think he's a very cool dude. I watch him a lot since he's been on the show. But yeah, he says, like, he teaches you how to buy everything with credit, how to buy
Right.
a house with a credit card, stuff
Yeah.
like that. And
yeah.
you know, again, it's like, I want to know.
What's
Yeah.
this
Well-
What's this thing like called that you do?
As far as the Tuesday call,
Yeah, like how do you like sign up for that, or like
it's everything is free. It's a free call, actually.
Oh, wow.
So I've been doing it for a year. I did it all last year, kind of proof of concept. 700 people throughout the year on the call. I got about 120 people, over a 700 credit score. So it's just literally teaching. The whole concept for me is to make sure that everybody in my direct network gets wealthy.
Right.
That's
It's very
amazing.
hard to be
Yeah.
around people that don't have it, but it's very hard also to watch people that know it that don't want to tell nobody.
Right.
So if I commit my 2 hours a week to say, hey, this is what we need to be doing. So it's not necessarily where, you know, you go in there and you're, oh, this is how you do credit. And then this is how you do credit. We pulling up this. This is what credit builders. Did everybody do their credit builders this week? Yes. Did everybody pay the ratios down? Yes. Did everybody, where you at with your credit score? Where you at with yours?
Wow.
It's not like what they're doing.
How can people sign up for
accountability.
that?
You just go onto the Zoom and sign up. I have a link in my bio.
Okay, link in the
Nice.
bio.
Yeah.
You get to pick which people
I'm
you
gonna go
wanna-
check that out.
Yeah, and they do have to have a one-on-one with me first, because I don't want people on the line that's no value. You have to
Right.
have a superpower. You have to bring some type of value to the table. You can't,
Oh, that's good.
because this is, like I said, this is a personal thing for me. It's not something I'm out trying to, you know, get everybody to sign up for to make $9.99 a month.
love
Off.
that.
No, these are people who we're building with. So right now we're going to buy a quadruplex together as a unit, just to walk through the process of closing down a building, being able to, you know,
When you say
Airbnb,
quadruplex, how
a
many?
4-unit apartment.
4-unit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So-
those are-
So just a you know, multi-unit apartment, but you know, just to do something. So it's not necessarily, I'm not a Grant Cardone or a Ty Lopez or Gary Vee. That's not my mission.
Right.
My mission is just to make sure that the network around me, my direct network, my family, my friends, my business partners, we're all on the same page.
You're still Dr. J.
Yeah.
I almost said Dre, but you're still Dr. What is that? Is it? It says. How do you pronounce your name?
Jamila. Everybody calls me Jay because they can't say
Yeah.
Jamila. Just call. I'll be like, nah, that's why I'm just Jay. Don't do it. Don't mess my name up.
How much time a week do you spend with Hype Magazine? Like on
Every day, all day.
Yeah.
Every day,
Nice.
all day. So
So have you found it with all these years now? It's kind of you find it easier now to maneuver around and get to the artists that you want.
it's really been easy to maneuver. I mean, I've never really had a problem with maneuvering around.
Mhm.
I think the problem for me was being direct with people. So
Mhm.
I'm always so nice. Now I'm direct. You know,
Right, right.
I want to know what we're doing.
Right.
You know, so people call me. They're like, I want an article. I'm awesome. Great, wonderful. Me too. What we doing?
Right.
How are we helping each other? What are we
I
doing?
was
Right.
just about to say we want an article, but I'm like I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
But
'cause
yeah,
I
you can
gotta-
get an
I gotta-
article. I'm all up on your show, gang. I'm like, hey, what's happening? You know, of course we have to. But that's another thing. We have to do collaboration things and build and
Right.
create opportunities for each other. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
And I think you guys will be. I said it before, and well, I'll say shout out to Leaf Palm, our sponsor right now, but also Hardin is somebody that we mess with really hard, and they're kind of like the hip hop dispensary. And
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to link you with those people.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
when you do interviews, is it's a variety of people? Is it just
Yeah, we
music,
interview
or-
everybody. Our tagline is hip hop to Hollywood. So we interview.
Okay.
You can be a state senator as long as you're dope.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be dope. Like, cause I don't want people calling me like, why you put this whack situation in here?
Right,
you
right,
know?
right.
I'm trying not to make sure I don't cuss y'all, cause I'm from Indiana. I might slide one, so I'm trying
Oh,
to.
Y'all be cussing in Indiana, huh?
Yeah. That's all we got to do. Ain't nothing to do.
What part of Indiana were you from?
I'm from Muncie, Indiana.
Muncie.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're about 45 minutes away from Indianapolis.
Were you a Reggie Miller fan?
Absolutely. What we talking about? What we doing?
I got some good people out there.
Yeah.
I know Mike
Yeah.
Epps. Mike Epps is buying.
Yeah.
He buying a lot of property out there
Absolutely.
too, right?
He's down there doing what he has to do. He's
Mhm.
making it happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your who have you do comedians?
Absolutely.
Who's been the biggest comedian that you've done?
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps, right? That makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, I love Mike.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you can say Anthony Dale.
Anthony
Yeah.
Dale is one. I'm like kind of like.
Okay.
Hey, I told him he gives me the Steve
'Cause you coming on
Steve
up.
Harvey vibe.
Don't
Yeah,
you gotta
my
stop
business
doing
partner
Oh, I
does
love
comedy
it.
shows, and then we're doing a comedy show with Darius McQuarrie. We're doing a child support tour.
that. Oh wow!
So
I am on child support.
okay, well you need to get on the tour
Hey,
All right.
and talk about your child support.
Talk to me. I'm paying it. I'm paying it. I'm a little late. I'm a little late, but I'm.
You
paying.
late?
No.
Listen,
That's
And you want the new bed? That's why you got to get the twin
That's why I
bed.
gotta get the twin.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you.
Now I
I gotta
get
It
get
all
the
makes sense now.
It makes sense.
twin. I gotta get the twin. You know.
you
Makes
gotta get the
sense.
credit. You gotta get your credit
Get the
right.
credit.
You got to get the other half to the baby.
Baby,
All
you
right.
need the other half.
This is
So funny.
ship two ways.
That twin's gonna become the baby mattress,
Right.
the crib mattress. Your feet hang off over
Oh,
there.
man.
You only got one baby mama though, right?
Only one baby. I only got one baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
One
I
baby.
can say why I'd be such a good candidate for that tour is I just got off child support with the 18-year-old son, and I'm back on with the 4-year-old daughter. But
Now why you start over?
I know it was very
I know.
it was very fluky, but
Tell them the story,
You
Trill.
hit him too. You're like, I know.
Hey,
Why?
it
was close.
yeah. One
But-
thing that was crazy was I'm actually glad that it happened. I
Yeah.
even said crazy enough. I was like, I think I would do one more, but when I was in the prime of my traveling and touring
Yeah.
is when I had my son, so I missed everything.
Yeah, you're gonna
Right,
get a
right.
chance to
And
enjoy it.
so when I had my 4-year-old, she was born 1, 2, 3 of 20. So
Uh-huh.
her birthday's actually tomorrow, and her name is 11.
Aw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday
Happy
to her.
birthday.
Happy birthday
my
to her.
Yeah,
daughter.
and you can tell you all in love with her because he done talked about her a couple of
Oh,
times.
I
so that-
know.
So
Yeah,
That's his world.
so 2020, and then to be shut down,
yeah,
and then to be with a baby like full time.
yeah.
I got
Good.
the full experience, and like I said,
Aw.
girls versus boys is totally different.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Now you got the shotgun out, don't you, Dad?
oh my God, I can't.
which one's worse?
We'll just say my
Girls by far.
my,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
friend that I worked for, he had a daughter or two, and yeah, he told me, he's like, hey man, he's like, you know, when your daughter hits high school, you're gonna be on like the Denny's senior breakfast. That's what he said to me. I was like, that's fucked up, man.
Damn.
I am gonna be though.
Aw.
You gonna be at the parent teacher conferences eyeballing your kid.
They're gonna
what's
be like,
going
what?
on?
Yeah,
They're
right.
like, this is for parents,
That's
not
so
grandparents.
true.
What's your granddad doing here?
What's your granddaddy doing here?
So hopefully
That's
I
funny.
can. I
My
can-
mother's on the older side.
Well, good thing we don't look old, bro. We making it.
Yeah.
Do you have any
Okay.
children yourself?
Yeah, she's 21.
21.
Well, 22 now.
Ooh.
22.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So I always say,
Mhm.
does it get easier or the problems just get different?
No, she's she's spoiled.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Is she involved at all with you? Does she like
In the business?
magazine stuff?
Yeah, she just called. Well, she just texted me today and said she got her first approval for her Bank of America card.
there we go.
Hey.
So she's learning credit.
There
Oh,
we go.
yeah.
That's good.
I tried to give her and my little brother the hype when they turned 18, and they said no thanks. So he's like, I want to grow weed and I want to do this, and she's like, well, I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to do lashes. I'm like,
Hey, that's a good business.
but I'm trying to give y'all a magazine. Why we
Right.
doing this?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I
they
get
didn't.
that.
They didn't want it.
That's because they seen how much work it is.
They don't want
man.
it. They like, nah, we good. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
no,
funny.
that's a lot of
And-
work. I know the guy who did it was called Real Detroit, and I mean this guy. I mean, it's nothing like a full blown magazine like that, but you know,
Yeah.
you still got to sell the ads. I mean, it's a 24/7 job for
Yeah.
that one.
And since I do a lot of other things. The good thing about the hype is that I do it the way I want to. I say that again. So
Right.
I'm not gonna get up and worry about if you advertise or not. I can care less. You know, we did 3.8 million views last month. I can care less if you want to advertise. I'm dope.
Right.
So
Right.
I've made it to where I have other things going on. So if no one ever wants to do anything in the magazine, I'm still going to put my stuff out there.
Have you had any like super long term sponsors that have like rode with you for
Me,
you?
Mm.
You're the sponsor.
There you go.
yeah.
That's
See,
good.
you got me ready. I'm about to read
Yeah.
this book.
I
the,
know,
re-
same.
the reason
I
being
wanna hop on
is
a
because
call.
it's so much. Like I don't want to have to. I'm not a cold call person, so I'm not going to get up and cold call. Would you please get in the magazine? I don't care.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
care if you get in here because
Right.
you know I'm gonna do other things. So like I said, I do marketing. I've owned properties. If I gotta collect cans and sell them back to the people, I would do that
Hey,
too.
we used to. A lot of
like
people didn't
I
know
make it
it.
happen.
Damn.
I think you saying from I think it was like this in Indiana, but in Detroit, you know, it was the 10 cent. So we used to do bottle drives.
Yeah,
We'd go ask people at their house, you know, we'd make up
Yeah.
some bullshit.
Oh,
but
Yeah.
y'all
just
get the bottles?
They
Y'all
do that
collect
for the
bottles?
homeless in
can.
some cities.
what are you talking
10
about?
cents a
10 to the
can.
can.
Yeah.
They was giving you 10 cents per can?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man, hey, you come up in there with them big things of cans.
Yeah.
You leave with like $80, $90.
I didn't
and
know
you-
they was getting 10
you
cents
know,
a can.
$80, $90 back in the day is some good money for a kid.
Yeah.
We would make up bullshit, and we would go house to house, and we'd be like, "Well, we're doing a bottle drive for this soccer league."
Let
or
me get them
whatever.
cans and bottles.
Could have been getting all them cans. I've been seeing.
No, it's
Hey,
I
I'm
have,
good now, but I would have been getting
I
some
still
cans.
have friends
but-
from Michigan that come out here,
yeah,
and I'll laugh. I'll look next to my sink, and they'll have like this stuff like that.
yeah.
Like they don't know where to put it because you don't throw it away back there.
Nah.
You know, you gotta.
Oh, all the cans.
all the cans.
That's
Yeah.
so true, though.
Yeah.
I
They
grew,
always
I
are
grew up like
stinky.
that as
You got 'em in
well.
a stinky garbage bag.
Yeah,
man.
I used
Yeah.
to be terrible. I was, like I said, so I've always been in survival mode, so I've never depended on anything. I just go. I get frustrated. Like, I be on conference calls, and we have to have 6 conference calls about the same thing. By the end of that 6th call or whatever, I'm like, look, guys, we talking about stuff. You just do it. They like,
Right.
well, what about this? What about it? You're gonna hit some rough patches, but just go, because you're never gonna get nowhere if you don't just go.
What's been
Right.
like the hardest thing that you faced with the Hype magazine, or just not even that, like, or just your business in general?
Being a female.
Oh yeah.
Talk about that. No, seriously though, like, 'cause I'm a female and I'm
Being a
I-
female
I-
in the business,
What challenges came with that?
right.
everything.
Mm.
So, a 22-year-old lesbian female with all the girls in a rap truck, riding around with money.
Mm.
So you do the math. I had a lot of issues. I had a lot of haters.
Right.
So I think I'm
crazy.
for sure seen your vans before.
Yeah,
I can like picture it in my head for some reason.
that's it. They be all over riding around. That's
Right.
it.
Now, do you feel it's changed? Do you feel like it's changed a little bit, or you feel like you're still on some bulls? There's still some bulls.
Oh no, I just got more power now, so people
Okay.
don't try me.
There it
Did
is.
you have a?
And I'm very direct, so I don't really care.
Mhm.
Did you have your what'd you say, daughter?
hmm
Did you have her with a male?
No,
Or
I
was
have a baby mama.
A baby mama. So what do they? Hey, what do they call that?
You said that. What do they call that? Now hold on.
Hold on.
She understands.
Like I have a real baby mama. No offense, but I have a real baby mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
she
I
was the
met
carrier.
her. I met her, and she was 2 weeks pregnant,
You got baby mama
and
drama.
then I raised the child, and she's here.
That's what's up.
Do you guys have baby mama drama?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Fucking either way, you're fucked. Either
I'm on
way.
the child support
Either
tour,
way,
baby.
you're fucked.
Huh?
Yep.
I'm on the child support tour. I got things to
Oh,
say.
Yeah, I wanted to. Right.
Yeah, but I do. Yeah, but I told her, I'll be here. I've been there. So
Right.
She's 22 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So,
awesome.
right.
Do you?
I raised a whole kid and they ain't got a wanker. Ain't that something?
I love it. That's great. It's so great.
You're actually the first. You're actually the first female that I've ever heard did that. I mean, I know people do
Yeah.
that. I mean, it's normally males. Males will
Get you
find
pregnant.
No, they'll
Oh.
find and get you pregnant.
Oh, wow.
I mean, not they would.
They'll usually have like their little best friend that will carry a child for them. But I didn't know how the
The
female.
surrogate.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife and I are about to have a baby here soon, so we're getting excited.
Aww.
You can
Yeah.
have another one.
That's
So you're gonna start over.
exciting.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna have another one too.
I would love to
probably
have
adopt, though.
one more. Why adopt?
Well, because my girlfriend now, she has a daughter. She's 8, and we could have another baby, but I just feel like the age gap. From if we was to have a baby with her child, she
feel
has
that.
right now. I think I'm still down to have another baby, but I just want to have like a kid that's closer to her age.
He's read
You
somehow.
can go ahead and adopt and then have another baby. You got
That's
two
what I'm thinking,
babysitters.
yeah.
Why not do it? Because 16 and 16-year-olds babysitting the 8-year-old. Come on now, let's work here.
See, I just don't want. I don't want to put the kid in that position to babysit.
Why not? We all got put in that position.
I'm
Join
I'm trying to
us.
break it. I'm trying to break the chain.
Yeah.
What chain?
The babysitting chain. You're a
Ow.
baby. Go out and have fun. You don't need to be watching
The
this. Damn,
baby.
I did this.
That is messed up.
I
though.
did this
that.
shit.
The baby
Yeah, you can go outside. I watched this little. I did this. I did this.
I was a
No,
latchkey kid, so I didn't have no babysitter. I was doing the most.
Right. No, I feel that.
Yeah.
All right. So now, music right now, right?
Oh Lord.
Who's your top 5 right now? In
You gotta
music
add
right now.
something else. I don't got no top
You
five.
ain't got no
right
top
now.
5 or your top 5 dead and alive.
I still listen to like
All right. Who your top 5
Like-
dead and alive then?
I'm like an NDRE,
Okay.
Legacy,
NDRE.
Yeah, I'm laid back.
Oh, I love the NDRE.
I pop on some Luther Vandross,
All right.
some Brandy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still old school.
Top 5 R&B. Give me the R&B. Can we get that from Hype Magazine?
Who else I like?
Top
Who
5
else
R&B
I
right
like?
now.
Who else I
Legacy?
like?
I love R&B. That's my young man.
I like Candy too. Her album was dope.
Okay.
She really underrated.
We did Soul for Real not too long ago.
Definitely like Soul for Real.
I gotta listen to Candy. I don't think I heard Candy's
You
out
ain't never,
now.
You never heard? No, she did an album years ago. It was really dope. I don't know why I didn't go, but that's my jam.
Oh, I haven't heard Candy.
Yeah,
okay.
You got to get on board.
Yeah, I know a lot. I know Snow Allegra. I know a lot. I know a
You
lot.
got to get on
I know a
board.
lot of the R&B. I'm big on R&B.
You
Especially
said
women
one
R&B.
person. Who else?
Her. I mean, Jasmine Sullivan. I'm from Philly, so Philly. Philly. I'm from Philly, so we about our R&B. We about our boys to
Yeah,
men.
now Jasmine Sullivan
We
can't leave
about
her
Jill
out.
Scott. You know what I mean? I'm
Can't
from
leave
Philly,
out
so
Jill.
I mean.
So my tops are like back in the day. Like the new people, I really don't know who they are.
Okay, I
You
feel
know.
you on that.
I don't know who they are. But I can't. Let me see. Ella May, can't disrespect.
Got
She knew.
LMA is beast.
And Queen Nige and all those. That's because my wife.
Right,
My wife be listening to everybody because we're 11 years apart. So
right.
I know what's going on
Is she
because of
older or
her.
younger?
She younger.
Younger.
Look at you.
And what do I look like having a 58-year-old
Yeah.
lady?
So that'd be crazy.
No, what? I'll be 46 now. I want that.
No, she's saying if she was 10 years older.
I don't want no 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm already getting on my wife's nerves. She tell me I'm old.
Well,
They always saying that.
I'm
Too.
not-
My
is
girl be saying that too.
How far are y'all apart?
7 years.
Well, she be hating.
She be hating on me. But it'd be crazy because then she'll go back to like school, like how old we would have been in school. I'm like, don't go that far back. You ain't got to do all that.
right.
She said, you was in the.
I thought it was just me, so I'm
Yeah,
happy
you-
to know.
You was
Dude,
in
I've
high-
had just from having when we got Little Rach on the show, I've been like, hey, do you remember? And
And she don't remember none of it.
No, she ain't. She's like,
96. So
You were born in 96?
I was born in 96.
Oh,
crazy.
man. Hold on.
hey, didn't you tell me?
I graduated in 96.
Yeah. Yo, I graduated in
You know,
'94.
Good year.
It is what it is.
Graduated. Yeah,
Right.
that was a good year.
Yeah.
Like
Look,
96.
little Rachel over there.
Right,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lil Ray.
Ray.
That's
Yep.
called Lil Ray.
Hey, so
me.
so what's going on in hip hop right now? It's all little everything. When we
Yeah.
like, Little Rach,
Little
Rach is in
Fucking
there.
A.
Yeah.
Nobody
I'm gonna
knows.
become a rapper.
Yeah.
Come on, let's produce some shit. Trill.
And little
Why
Rach,
not?
little Rach
She's shooting her shot
surprises
we
right
got
now.
the best in the building right now.
Little
Come
Rach
on now.
says she surprises us every week.
Okay.
Oh, what's
she-
this week?
She likes it. She's been telling us now for months that you're what you said you like females.
Yeah, I'm bisexual.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I've never seen her with a male.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
known
Well,
you
because
for years.
I don't really like go out or hook up like that. So
There it is.
Don't hook up.
It's getting real in here on Green Room Radio.
I be every time they get into this, I be like, my girl be listening. I'm chilling. I don't know what's
That's
going
what
on.
you do. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I thought you said you were single.
I never
Oh,
said
don't
that.
do that.
Wait, what?
I never said that. in a
Hey,
day
my
of
wife
life.
got me. My wife
I
got
know.
me crazy right now. She's like, if a girl talk to you, this is what you say. I got a wife. Back up. I was like, babe.
Hey, you gotta tell him though.
You gonna have me out here looking crazy. That's why I got this big old ring. I'm like,
See,
you
you cannot
yeah.
miss this. You can't miss this.
You can't miss this. I'm like, babe, what about the little band? No. She was like,
No,
oh,
you gotta-
I'm married. I'm
How
like,
long
yeah.
have you been together for?
11 years. We've been married.
nice.
12 years we've been together.
Great.
Nice.
Aw.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So
Yeah.
there it is. There's your partner for life. I'm still looking.
We together. We together.
True, where are you looking at? True? It's hard to look in
Man,
Vegas,
in
man.
Vegas,
You can't be
yeah.
looking in Vegas.
You need to go to Indiana and get you one
No,
of them
hey,
country
we had a
girls.
guy-
What is that out?
Do a Jeff Fargo.
Shout out to Jeff Fargo. This guy, he told me, I mean, he's like, he's a little older than me, and he's like, yo, I just got this girlfriend in Florida. I'm like, how'd you do that?
He
And
found
he
her
goes,
on Tinder.
he goes, bro, on Tinder, you put it in travel mode.
Oh.
He said you put it in travel mode, so I can put Indiana
Oh,
in
his
there. and
radius
find a
is
nice-
crazy.
and then you'll fly them out.
He flies them out. You just can't let them go out.
So the
once they
new
get
thing is Tinder. I remember back in our day, it was like Yahoo Messenger.
Oh.
Remember
Oh
that
my
stuff?
AIM.
in. Hey, I had a
Hey,
guy.
I used AIM.
I had a guy.
Not that
Hang
young
on, I
guys.
don't even know what AIM
okay?
is.
You don't know what AIM is?
No.
That
I-
was their era. Our era was like Yahoo and
Personals, yeah.
what Black Planet,
AOL.
MySpace.
Oh, Black Planet.
Remember?
Yeah, I don't know about this Black Planet.
Oh, that's okay.
That's
That's,
a different
okay, little
planet.
Rach.
That's a different planet.
That's a Public Enemy song.
That's a public enemy song.
Fear of a Black Planet.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, we had that good stuff back then. Well, we used to go to real parties and really have fun though,
Mhm.
and dance. These new folks, they don't be doing that. They ain't got no dance floors in the clubs. It's weird.
No, them kids be dancing now though. They just started dancing again.
Yeah, I
They
noticed.
doing the moves like that. They doing a lot of they
do-
exercise.
but hold on,
Actually, they exercise.
Do the one move
Exercise.
though.
They not dancing. They exercise.
Do the one move though.
Well, John, when I'm
That one. That one.
that's when I'm in that bed. That bed go crazy. Y'all gotta get that Venus. That Venus.
Venus.
If you go
Man,
ahead and drop that
Venus-
out, we can put that on the hype today. We can
Look.
we can do a little collab post. I bet you it'll go viral.
I'm down to
I
do
bet
that.
you everybody do it with the
Hey,
face.
and you'll get
Stop playing with
and
us.
you'll get the Venus.
You get the
flying
bed.
track.
That's
You
the
said-
twin bed.
You said it's the Venus flytrap. You said it got you that one day.
I didn't even think of that. It is a Venus flytrap.
Got your ass that one night.
I was like,
God.
damn,
So
what if-
funny. I can
what-
only imagine that.
That was crazy. Man. It was crazy, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it was.
Man.
So what who are you looking at now? I mean, is there any at this point, you've been doing this so long, is there any dream people that you'd like to interview for Hype? Is there somebody out there that you're like, if I could get this person? I believe you can probably get anybody you want, but I mean, there's always somebody.
The only person I want to interview is Patti LaBelle.
Philly. See what I'm saying? Philly.
Cause we gotta get her.
Love that.
Man, it's still quite a few people that I haven't legacy people.
I
Yeah.
love that.
That we haven't gotten a chance to, but we haven't really tried either. So we need to attempt
anything
that.
with I mean, I'm sure you have with this without even asking, but anything with I don't even know what to call him. Ye, Kanye.
Years ago,
Oh, he called him Yee. That's
Years
Jay.
ago.
That's Jay. That's
Yeah, I
Jay.
don't
That's
even know what to
definitely
call it.
Jay.
I
like
met
when he
him-
did
He
Jesus
said
Walks
Yee.
back in the day.
I was thinking yeet. I was like,
I
yeet.
met
He
him
knows
back
yeet.
in those days when he was a very simple.
That's when I met him back
backpacker.
when he did Jesus
Mhm.
Walk with Rhyme Fest.
Oh,
So
wow.
I feel like I don't know who he is anymore. Like I like him still. He's still dope.
Because Kanye is not the real Kanye.
But I would like
Oh
to
my
speak with him.
goodness. 96, see?
Do you know?
Is that what happens?
You know who I would love to see be interviewed in the music industry
Who?
is Sade. Cause I
Yeah.
never
I don't even know who
seen
that
the
is.
Sade industry. Like I never seen the interview.
Well, let's get her on.
That would be beautiful.
Let's get her on.
Damn, man, Sade is like,
Yeah.
she's so mystical. You don't know Sade? You
Hey.
know Sade. Ordinary
No,
Love,
no.
man.
But why you
Ordinary-
say it like that? She's so
Don't-
mystical.
don't
She's
say-
mystical.
Don't say mystical.
I mean,
Shout out
okay.
to him.
Smooth operator. You know
Oh,
smooth operator. Come,
operator.
come on.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah.
Don't say mystical. No, don't do
Yeah,
it.
don't say mystical.
No, I said,
Get yourself a
She's-
charge.
did I say it right?
No, you
No.
said mystical.
Oh, alright.
But you said the way you said it, it was scary.
Oh, she mystical. No, you know what I mean?
No.
She's like, you
I
can't.
get
You know,
it.
Did you ever
get it.
Yeah.
any interviews with
I
mystical?
got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a really weird experience with him in Detroit, where they did 8 Miles, where we do a lot of shows, and
Mhm.
he was huge at the time. It was in his biggest
was a
moment,
beast, man.
and literally, like, you know, you go to some locations and they're just not your area.
Mhm.
So down south wasn't our area, which is why Little John and
Right.
Ludacris was touring when we were touring, was to fill that gap. But there was like 10 people showed up in Detroit, and he didn't. It kind of made me mad because he didn't perform anyways. And
Yeah.
I feel like he should have, even for the 10 people.
Hey.
But he walked right. He walked right back out. You know, didn't even get his other half of his money, but he left. But I was like, man, even for the 10 people, you should have just got the bag and did it for them.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was probably
It's just
bad
people.
promotion.
Yeah.
I
People.
mean,
Yeah. I remember
'Cause he
we
was hot at the
interviewed
time.
we interviewed Nerd
Whew.
when they first came out.
Who's that,
The-
Rach?
And
Stop.
She know
Oh.
NRD.
Yeah.
and we went out to IHOP and breakfast with them in Kentucky. Didn't know, how big they would get. So that's like they were like new, coming out, new,
Was
fresh.
that nerd, and then they go to Neptunes after that?
I think so.
What they name? Kind of changed to that.
I think
so.
so.
Yeah.
Nerd,
Yeah.
Neptunes.
Yeah, we did the cover story on them a long time ago too.
So that's God, no.
Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and
so
I can't remember the other guy name.
I
The
heard
Asian guy.
Pharrell's out there in Miami. Like he's in like the restaurant, I think nightclub
Oh, okay.
business with,
Oh,
with
okay.
Dave Groupman.
He's doing a lot of stuff now. I
Yeah.
think with like Louis Vuitton and something now.
Yeah, people like you said. I was just sitting here thinking about some of the people that we've interviewed, legends wise, that gotten real big over the years that I locked in with when they first started.
That's amazing. I mean, I love when you're able to find people in those early stages, like just
Mhm.
being able to just recognize, like you said, you recognize talent.
Talent.
You recognize like
Yeah, I've
yo,
had a
you
good
dope,
eye
you
for
dope.
talent. Now,
Yeah,
I've definitely over the years recognized who's who. Definitely.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, you gotta have that, and I mean, I've dealt
That's
with
what's
that
up.
a lot on this show. And
Yeah.
I've tried to teach people.
Mm-hmm.
I have to reach out to somebody, and usually I have to have a little chat with them because I'm like, sometimes I want to give some of these local rappers and stuff. I want to give them a platform, but I'm like, it's very hard to do an hour with somebody that hasn't really experienced life. But you just
Yeah.
gotta make
Just
sure.
their work ethic. Like you can tell somebody by their
Yeah.
work ethic.
Yeah, as
You
soon
know
as
what
you
I'm saying?
talk to them, and they're
100%.
like, ding, 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 ding. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we got some stuff to talk
Just
about.
be active. It's not about your music. Just be active.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
And I like seeing artists. I like seeing independent artists when I move around the country to go like do panels or discussions, and I'm showing up at the conferences. I love to see the same face twice.
Yeah. Do you still have the vans?
Yeah, we still got rap trucks
Do they,
in
they
Indiana.
look like they used to call them the raper vans? They look like the raper vans?
No, we had the big vans
The big
with the
van.
beds in the back.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
What are the ones that had carpet in it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You had carpet. Y'all had carpet in your van.
I had a van growing up that
That's
had carpet in
crazy.
it.
You ain't had no carpet.
In your van? You got
Man,
vacuum? That's
we
a lot.
had
You
we had
vacuum?
mobile hype, right? So I had the TVs put in and the plugs,
Mhm.
so I can pull up to your house and take your picture and do your graphics and shit right
Oh,
there.
that's fire.
Damn.
So
Okay.
I was
That's nice.
I was in these streets.
Oh, you was
So
on
like
the
we'll
van.
get in the van, we'll drive, we go get this artist want to cover, we go pick this money up, boom. I take his picture right there, design it. You like this cover, and be gone.
Damn.
So, cause
On
I still do
demand.
all my graphics and web stuff to this day. I'm very funny about my stuff.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
I like it a certain way.
So I've been doing our editing. I'm just now, the people told me, they go, you should edit because
Mhm.
our sense of humors might be different.
Right.
But we're almost 100 episodes in, and I'm ready to give it away because I'm like, I specialize in getting the guests.
Mm-hmm.
So that editing shit is tough.
Takes
but,
a lot of
But
time, yeah.
it's a lot of time, but I like to do it. And when I watch the show, it's crazy because I feel like I wasn't even there. I'm like, you
Yeah,
hear
you
and
get caught up
see.
in the edit.
Yeah, and I mean, it takes forever, but when it's over, I always go through somebody's social media. Not one person has called me out yet, but I pick a picture and then when I'm done listening to the whole interview,
Mm-hmm.
a song is in my head
Wow.
about how I felt with that person and like what the experience was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pick it, and it's funny because somebody's like, "Man, how did where did?" Not one person has been like, "Yo, I didn't like that song."
What song you picking for me? What we
I don't
doing?
know.
Okay.
Well, I did call you out on that one song though. The Puff-
Oh yeah, you.
I was
did.
like, why are you gonna do that right now?
I know.
Put the Puffy song on there with R. Kelly.
Yeah, that was an accident. It was a.
No, that was on accident.
It was a victory. I was thinking big.
Whatever works.
No,
Yeah.
that victory was you must be used to me. And
Oh
I
no.
don't know. He did call me.
Oh,
though.
no.
yeah, he played that. I said the R. Kelly and the Diddy joint.
But why did you? I gotta watch you, man. You just be. It's the voice for me. Now what?
No, it was crazy.
Dude, when I first met him, he'd be like, "Yeah." So then we went bungee jumping, and I'll be like, "Huh?" And he's like, "I'm just kidding."
You talking about R. Kelly?
No, this guy
R. Kelly.
gets me all night long.
I didn't know.
Hey,
I didn't know,
have
right? Yeah.
Speaking of R. Kelly, did you ever get a?
No.
Never.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Yeah.
R. Kelly, man.
Shout out. Does anybody
See,
think
we was all laughing. You just wanted to break it up with your
I
stuff.
know.
We was having a good time. You didn't.
I could have let y'all go. I could let y'all go.
Couldn't let us
he
be
said,
great.
you know, because he not too long ago did that with that song, and I was like, I was going to tell you true.
That was an accident. He told me when we were sitting
It was
down the
an
next way.
accident.
It was an accident. I was doing it because Big was on there, and I didn't think of
no.
it. It's a bad time for Diddy.
And R.
Hopefully
Kelly,
he gets
yeah.
through it. And R. Kelly.
Yeah.
So to have them two on a song, that was an error. And he called it out. He
It's a
didn't-
good song.
he didn't
It
get
was
me
a
on the
good
spot.
song,
Like,
though.
You
It
need
was a
to
good
call me directly on the spot. Like
Yeah, I should have did
you
that.
hit me. I put the run. You like you need to put this cover, this cover, this. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, you
recent
be on
stuff.
that.
She got me. I didn't know.
I'm
I
just particular about
Yeah.
how
Not your
everything
first
look.
rodeo.
I was
What?
I was picking. You know what it was? I was picking people I liked or whatever. That is versus like what was going on right now.
Yep, I
I
was
could've
sending
been-
you some current stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
So,
sense.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
So where do you plan on going from here? Like I mean, is Hype Magazine here to stay? Like what?
Yeah, definitely. I transitioned a lot of things. And like I said, I plan on staying around because that's the whole purpose of just helping everybody come up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, the music business is slow.
Sure.
So, showing our people in the entertainment business how to do some different wealth building strategies to stay afloat.
And how long have you been here in Vegas?
I've only been here 6 months.
6 months.
Yep. I was in Hollywood. I didn't like it
No.
at all.
It's changed a lot. I was a big LA person, and
Right.
I always said Vegas is everything that I'm not. However, LA's just gotten so bad,
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
And
And-
it clicks my Indiana temper. And I like to leave that where it is.
Well, something you're gonna find in Vegas was after living here. I moved here in '05,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden I moved back to LA, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like, I want to go to the Walmart at 1 a.m. or I wanna go-
Where's the Walmart?
I mean, just anywhere. Just meaning
Right,
out
yeah,
here
I can't
when
even
you
find a
live in
Walmart
a
like that.
24-hour town, like
In
oh,
LA?
you
Ain't
can't
no
really-
Walmart.
you can't
What a
even-
Walmart?
You can't even find one
is
really.
there a Walmart now?
It probably
No.
it
I don't think
was.
I just threw that out
I think
there
they
because
closed
it's
it down
25.
or
They closed it down. The one on Martin Luther King.
Oh, I mean, you see all
Not
the
Martin
fights,
Luther King.
LA.
Was it Martin Luther
It's
King?
always a Walmart.
It was one on Martin.
Martin get all this though.
Martin was they had one on Martin.
Hey, we have a Martin Luther King Road out here, and that's all.
We do.
Is the Walmart there?
Oh, we
No.
do.
Hey.
See, I'm
No.
new out here too. I only been out here since October.
Where you from?
Well, I'm originally from Philly, and I lived in LA for like the past 10 years.
So you got LA all on you.
I got LA on me a little bit.
He's an antique.
It wasn't, you
All
know
up in your
what?
blood.
It wasn't the people. It's just weird. Like the LA people were cool. It's the people that were not from LA that tended to.
It's really them, yeah.
It's
the
like-
It's
transplants.
like the
yeah.
same thing here in Vegas.
Yeah, it's like what's
Yeah.
wrong? And I'm like,
I
be
wouldn't say
yourself.
everyone, but yeah.
The thing I think you'll enjoy about Vegas, I've had a love hate, but I just always said here everybody comes to Vegas.
Yeah.
So, and being and doing what you're doing, at some
Yeah.
point, we hit people up. Hey, can you pay us? Can you pay for a flight? I'll just wait for you to come to Vegas.
Right.
Now, there's been people that I'm never coming to Vegas, and I'm like, okay, we'll deal with that then. But the good thing about Vegas is everybody comes here.
Right,
I
right.
have
That's
people
true.
hit me up from high school, like I never even hung out with,
Mm-hmm.
and they just feel that bond.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm coming to Vegas.
Yeah, I've seen more people since I moved here than I have in the last couple of years. Because everybody comes
Yeah.
here at some point. And
What,
then-
what
Exactly.
side of town do you live on?
I
Henderson?
live in Spring Valley.
Spring Valley. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
That's
nice.
cool.
yeah.
Right by
I
the
don't
new
know where that is.
Durango.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
in Summerlin, so I guess it's kind of close.
Yeah, you right. We right like
Yeah,
a
like
street
you're
over.
right.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
like I'm 2 streets from where I guess that Summerlin, Spring Valley.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
I I love it out there. That's nice out there.
I love it too.
Them
Yeah.
antique
It
shops.
really
That's
is.
another thing
And
that's
it's
good
quiet.
about them antique shops. I like
He's
them
an
antique.
antiquer.
I be liking them antiques.
Really?
Yeah.
Guess what I ain't heard since I've been here?
What you ain't heard?
A gunshot.
You gotta.
Woo.
I ain't heard one gunshot.
Oh, you
Yeah,
haven't
that's
heard.
right.
No.
I thought you said and heard. I was like, what you
Hey,
ain't heard?
David, have you heard me?
Oh, you,
You heard me?
heard?
Gunshots around here, David?
I ain't had no
Going
gunshots
off.
neither.
Yeah, Vegas be going off.
It do? What's
It depends
On
on,
the
what
east
part
side.
it is.
on the east side?
Yeah,
On the
see,
east
we
side.
don't know.
We're on
See,
the-
you're not
this
on
is-
the east side. That's
It's a little
why.
sunnier
Okay.
where we at.
Yeah,
It's a
so you're
little
good.
sunnier.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, I be riding and stuff like, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hello,
Yeah.
neighbor.
Neighbor.
Yeah.
When
Like,
you,
hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Yeah.
I love that.
when you say riding, what are you riding?
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Oh, he's a car. He's a car head.
Oh, a Pinto.
a Pinto?
Oh, the Pinto.
No, I was talking about, I didn't know if she was going to say motorcycle, bike.
I'm in the
Whatever.
Pinto.
Oh, what's the Pinto?
What's a Pinto?
I think I heard
Y'all
the
don't know
Pinto.
what a Pinto. We can't even joke. Y'all not from the. Y'all not from Indiana.
No,
I've heard Pinto, yeah.
Like shit.
That's a hatchback, huh?
A
Yeah.
Pinto is like an old hatchback car.
I was, no, I know. I
Oh
heard
my
it. Somebody
God.
say Pinto.
Hey,
I just
it was
ain't hear that.
somewhere around the Grand.
Yeah, they being disrespectful to the
They need-
culture.
they
Don't
need to
even
bring
worry
that
about
back.
it.
You remember
Hey,
the,
you don't know what a Pinto is.
you remember the
Actually,
Grand
scratch
Prix?
that. No.
A hoopty.
It's an old
Yeah,
joint.
that-
That's
Yeah, hoopty.
Okay, now he's like hoopty. I
You know
know.
hoopty.
I'm like, I had
Heard
a
that one.
blazer. a
See, you didn't have
Grand-
money.
a
You didn't.
blazer?
Yeah.
I
You
like
didn't have money for
blazers.
so long. You like Pinto hoopty.
I almost bought a blazer.
I knew the word
Almost
Pinto.
bought
I
a-
couldn't. You almost bought a blazer?
Yeah.
They came back. Somebody out here in this parking lot had a 2023 blazer. I'm like, what?
2023.
But why they come back like no disrespect, Blazer? Once again, the Hype magazine. This is just Jay talking. But why they come back like little toys?
I know.
Oh, they
I
did? They
know.
came
It
back
was
Oh,
so
I didn't even see
disrespectful.
him.
They tried to give me a blazer at the rental car company. I'm like, I'm big now, I'm big thick now.
Don't
What we gonna do
forget-
in this little car? I can't even move my arm in this
They
thing.
did.
That's
They
small?
did shrink it down.
Yeah, it's like a miniature car.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those. Remember when they tried to convert the old school wagons?
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
did you
a
find your
Pinto.
Pinto?
That's the fence.
Oh, I like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Classic.
That's right outside.
Oh, the white
right
wa-
outside.
the white
You lying. You ain't got one of those Jones outside. I'm about to, I want that.
Hey, you brought watch you go out there. It's a Pinto,
If there's
I like
anybody,
this back.
if
This back
there's
window is wild.
baby. You can ride back there. I got a lot of
Everybody
trunk
get in.
space. You see that? I got
Yeah.
a lot of trunk space
Everybody
in the Pinto.
man, I
You
miss,
don't want to get pulled over in the Pinto. That
They
cop
not gonna
light.
pull you.
That cop light.
They
is
not gonna pull you over in that.
They
They not pulling me over.
I feel like I
they're
respect
afraid.
this.
They not pulling me
they're
over.
too afraid. I miss this. Hey, I miss the station wagon.
Oh
You
yeah.
could sit in that
Oh
seat
my
looking
God,
out
the
the
sta-
back window, get
yes.
car sick as fuck.
Yes.
You had a station wagon?
Well, I don't. I never
my
got
mom
car
and dad
sick.
did. I didn't.
Wow, I ain't had no station wagon.
You
I
ain't-
never
you-
had no station wagon.
You ain't never had a station wagon?
Station wagons had a certain
I
smell to
rode in
them.
one of them.
They all smell. They all smell the same. They all smell the
Hey,
same.
No.
you know what the station
yeah, they
wagon
smell.
smell like? Remember that old furniture, the brown furniture that they had all the little stuff on it? Oh, why did it smell like
all
that, bro?
smell like that. I don't know.
And the curtains.
Not like station wagons
I
because of
know
that.
exactly what you're.
But
talking
why was the curtain so thick back then?
Oh, we ain't had no curtains in ours.
I didn't have curtains.
You
in
had
mine.
you had
No.
curtains? I ain't had no curtains in mine. I did see ones with curtains.
Man,
We had curtains.
you what?
It's
man.
a house at that point. It's
David,
a
you
house
had
at that
curtains?
point.
Yeah,
Hey.
had
See?
curtains. She
It's
was
a house.
teacher. She had some little money. She had curtains.
She was a
Hey.
teacher. She had
That was the upgrade to the. That was the upgrade. The
yeah,
curtains.
The curtains.
Man,
That's wild.
Did you ever have the
What?
the push down locks?
Like actually, you
Yeah,
gotta push the light.
that shit
Yeah,
down?
of course.
okay,
I had a
that's just a test.
One
How
of my
about
first
you, though?
I
Ray?
had that. I
Okay.
had
first
that.
car was
I had a
an
Toyota
A-track.
Echo.
Did you
No
ever
one.
have? Was you ever in the car with an A-track?
with an A track. Oh no, not the A track. Oh no,
Nah,
you
y'all
going a
ain't.
little too.
Y'all
low.
ain't hood then.
Definitely
hood.
tape.
We
I
just-
definitely
Y'all
had my
ain't
little pencil in the
Y'all ain't
tape.
hood.
We wanted our cars to start.
You ain't hood.
I ain't.
You ain't hood unless you been in the car with an A-track.
I ain't hood. I guess I ain't hood then.
Y'all
I
ain't
say you
hood.
ain't hood too if you don't have jumper cables in your car.
I mean, you better.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
LTD.
We
Not the
little
A-tracks.
Rach had some jumper cables one time. My tour bus, the battery died, and she busts out some.
You did, Ray?
and
I
she-
go.
saved the day.
and she's
Let's
got
go.
she's got a newer car. I'm like, what do you got? A kind of a fairly new car. What
Hey,
are
you
doing?
better have them. I have a
And you
new.
never
I have
know
a new
when you might need
Mercedes,
them.
and my stuff
That's Midwest shit.
was
Exactly
dead when I
why.
came down
For real?
from the hotel. And the lady, I asked the lady for some jumper cables, and she looking at me like I got a real Pinto. So she comes outside, and she was like, I was like, I don't know, but I didn't know that you had to
Backseat.
you know, we had just first got it, so I didn't know you had to turn the lights a certain way. So it ran down the battery, and it took almost about 20 minutes to get a charge,
Ooh.
Wow.
just to get it charged back up.
That's
I was
crazy.
like, and if this was an old car, it would have just sparked and said, "Doom." Nope, not that Mercedes,
Wow.
Hey, remember when you could just put that little starter fluid spray, just
and it go.
boop,
No.
start fire right up?
I don't
No,
remember
and
that.
then I went to
Did
go
not-
buy one of those little
Starter-
things,
starter
the little
spray.
jumper, the cables that they give you.
The man, yeah.
$250, right? So he says, "Oh, it has a charge," and then you'll get it. Oh no, it's got a charge for another 3 to 4 hours before you can even use it. It was just crazy.
You definitely use Fix-A-Flat.
I definitely use Fix-A-Flat.
Not on the car. Oh yeah.
What else would you use? Not
Yeah.
when you
Plug
take
it
a
up.
bike? I never used that on
No,
a bike.
no bike. No.
Yeah.
We just had a.
Well, you ain't hood if you had two different.
Y'all gonna stop saying I ain't hood though.
You ain't hood. you ain't hood. You ain't gangster.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
gonna stop
yeah,
starting.
yeah,
We gonna
yeah,
stop starting the sentence off with you know what? You ain't hood.
Okay. Did you have a bike with a big wheel on the back and a little one on the front? Because
I sure
See
did.
now there's a difference between hood and poor. All right. You ain't poor if you ain't. You about to start
You
off with
ain't-
that. Man, your ass ain't poor. If
Oh my gosh.
you not in suffrage unless you
you had the A track. You had no A track.
you had no A-track.
That A-track definitely threw me for a looper.
Oh shoot.
Not the loop.
But no, we just had what's his name? We had LB Sher Jr.
Okay.
He came in stylishly. I think he was 45 minutes late, and I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "I got a flat tire," and he used Fix-A-Flat.
He used the
He
Fix-A-Flat.
used the
And
Fix-A-Flat.
he still got here.
And I'm like, "Yo."
Yes, he did
I'm like,
still
hey,
get here at least.
Hey,
So
that's all that matters.
Yeah,
That's all that
Yup. Shout out to
matters.
Fix-A-Flat.
Hey, he even brought. They
Not
he went
sponsored.
to a tire place, got there. They pulled it out. It was a pair of tweezers, but I'm like, LB
pair
Sher
of
Jr.
tweezers.
I'm like, your dad's one of my good friends, man. You shouldn't be riding around with Fix-A-Flat and shit like that. And like, I knew.
I like how you say I'll be sure Junior.
You shouldn't be like he's telling them
Yeah,
that is not a
bro.
good. That
I
is
love
not
that.
good.
I love that.
Yeah, like, come
Damn.
on, man. You had a little bit of that Diddy money mixed in, I think.
He sung a little bit on the episode, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He can sing.
He sings very.
sing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Junior can sing too.
Junior
Oh,
can
yeah.
sing too. He can
Definitely
blow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So, okay, so before we wrap this up, where can people find you at, Mrs. J?
TheHypeMagazine.com at HypeJustJ. That's my personal IG, Twitter, Facebook, all that good
Okay.
stuff.
Nice.
So your girl doesn't care if guys hit you up, just if girls hit you up.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty
Your
much.
wife, ain't your girl. His
Yeah,
wife.
your wife. My,
Yeah.
my bad. I don't even know what to call them anymore because
You
I
gotta
should
call
have
him
been
wife. You
married a
gotta
long
call-
time.
Yeah, that's wife.
gotta call
She
her
got my
wife.
last
Holy
name. She
shit.
got my last name.
How did you?
Wife.
Hang on, real quick. How'd you pick that? Who got to decide? How did you come up with that?
What you mean?
Who wears the pants?
What you mean?
Oh. Okay, now I know. Hang on. I just recently
I'm just
learned this whole top and bottom thing.
True is learning. True is
Yeah.
learning.
No, I'm just playing.
What we doing?
Hey, and you didn't. Hey, I'm surprised you didn't even talk about her dick in the closet.
I did. Wait a minute though.
Usually I
I
can-
was so I seen this camera. The camera's gonna catch my reaction, right? Because I seen the
Yeah.
camera. I was like,
What I'm about to get into?
No, I,
What is
I
this?
see
What is
people
this?
looking. I see people looking at it. I'm like, what are you looking at? Nothing. So what,
yeah,
clouds.
I did see it. I was like, is that a? I was like,
Okay.
okay.
yeah, it's the dick in the
Welcome to
clouds.
Vegas.
Welcome to Vegas.
How about you, Little Rach? Where can they find you at?
Yeah, you guys can find me on the interwebs at Lowrach, LALRAYCH.
Oh, you really little race for real? Okay,
Yeah.
gang
For
gang.
real.
All right.
This is me.
And what about your Pornhub account?
And there's none.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just
fuck
trying
face.
to.
It's not coming. It's coming. No,
how,
I'm just playing.
How about you? Hang on. What was this guy again? I just
I
forgot.
can't.
Old. You're not hood.
I'm not hood. Yeah, I'm not hood.
And obviously not poor because he hated.
Not poor.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
he came from a good family.
Yeah, I seen poor things. But I ain't poor.
Oh, that's so disrespectful to the poor folk.
I'm just shaking my head.
I'm just shaking my head. No, I'm Anthony Dayo. My Instagram is chill DAY_O. Also, I want to plug because I haven't plugged this yet. My Whatnot. If you're not familiar with Whatnot, is a live streaming auctioning application. And Reheated Leftovers is where I go live and auction off clothes that I buy vintage clothes, and so you guys can check me out there. Reheated Leftovers on Whatnot.
That's sick.
Okay.
That's actually dope, man.
Right?
You can find. I have a personal page which is tru.e11even. My other page got hacked. I am too old to keep up with 2 pages, so just Green Room Radio is what I'm on. How about you, Dave?
Yeah, I'm David Bennett. Find me on Instagram at 1515. That's it.
Did you switch it? You're not verified Dave anymore.
Verified Dave. Yeah.
See, this guy smokes so much he forgets his name.
We about to smoke one after this.
All right.
Shout out to
Hey.
Hardin.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, Jay.
Thank
for
you.
coming
Thank you.
by.
Appreciate
We
it.
look forward
Yes.
to doing business with you in the future.
Yes.
Yep. Tomorrow we rocking.
We rock.
It is.
Let's do it.
Peace out.